Hey, everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago...
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. And on your screen, the offensive starters, Jarvis Landry, a guy that we profile.
Love his game. Not only is he going to beat you with athleticism, he's going to outwork you as well. And look for him to hurt you also in the kick return game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep. They've got his man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Not a bad way to start it.
And I think that was part of their script because so many teams script their opening possessions. And whether it's just that possession or even deeper into the half, sometimes it's 15 to 30 plays. That had to be one in there where they call a shot play. Go for the big one, and they got it done.
This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Vic now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He's well on his way to a 1,000-yard season, maybe on pace to just tear past that, Charles. Defensively, they need to pay a little bit more attention to him?
Yeah, I think so, because remember, throwing the football, that can shred a defense quicker than anything else because as soon as the catch is made, he still has the ability to, yards after catch, get downfield, gain even more, score touchdowns, all of that. This is going to be a lot of fun to watch as this progresses to see how they defend him and how he changes up his game in order to try and keep getting open.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
Number 53, Mike 53. Watch the run, watch the run. Now. Hey, Haywood.
From the 36, Vick. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
56, right there, 56. You ain't going nowhere.
3rd and long for Vick. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
It's caught. Beckham. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
2nd and 5 now. Vick. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, Vick. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
56 is the mic.
Vick will look to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
56.
First down, Vick. This one's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a 3rd down gain of 10 to pick up the first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The quick slant caught. And he's brought down. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. It's their quarterback. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hauschka adds the extra point. And they wasted no time right down near the goal line, and they just sneak it in.
Just do what you need to do. Big guys going up front. Have the field general, the leader, just fall in behind him.
This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Beckham and the Browns set to take over again. And he's... The Browns drive about to get started. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 54 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
They'll try to throw it here. Vick toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
Let's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
And the Chicago Bears are in the end zone.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, you know? It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns. PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. He has certainly made the most of his catches so far, both of them going for touchdowns here in half number 1.
And we've never met a team that doesn't talk about getting off to a fast start and featuring guys that they want to have the ball early. We're seeing both of those come into play here. Off to an incredible start, got their feature guy going, and now everyone else should have opportunities.
A first down throw for Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space, down just beyond the 35.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Mayfield.
And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. Njoku pulls this one in. He's got it for a Cleveland touchdown. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now, he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much.
Here's Sanders. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a 2nd straight play. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike, 53, Mike. All day. Hey, exit. Smooth.
From the shotgun, it's Vick. On the crossing route, complete. That's Edwards. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Now here's Vick. Wide open receiver, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Vick to throw it.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Down. 70, Indy. 53, come on.
Vick operating on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Vick incomplete. It was knocked away from the 24. They'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now they toss out wide to Sanders. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Vick readies to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And some room to roam now. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Go! Get it!
They'll run on first down. Madison, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Edwards. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
A first down throw coming for Vick. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Here's Vick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running.
And now look at him go. He's at the 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 76 yards. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. For this offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
That'll be taken in the end zone. You can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Onto the field now come the Bears. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw, Vick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Vick. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Throwing, Vick. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it. It didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, they must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 19-yard line. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. He needed a yard, that's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. 1st down, Mayfield. Got an open man, that's David Njoku, the tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. There defensively was Buster Screen to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
That's what I'm talking about.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. Now Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. This is fielded at the goal line. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And pretty nice work defensively there on the 1st down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Vic now. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11. Vic will look to throw on 1st down. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Now Vic on 4th down. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears cut into that lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So here are the Browns to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield looks to throw. That's taken in by Callaway.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Browns on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll have a first down past the 40 and brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. They'll try the left side. Simpson.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. He's got his man Sharp complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
On 3rd down, Vick out of the gun. He may try and run for this. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. That's going to set him back 5 yards. That false start knocks him back behind the 10 now as they'll try again. 1st and goal. From the gun, Vick. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score.
Big score. First step in their attempt to climb back into this game.
Yes, but still some work to do as they get within a score here. From the shotgun, it's Vick. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Here now, time to discuss Odell Beckham Jr. When you're in a zone like he is, what's the conversation like on the sideline between he and his quarterback? Is that a one-way conversation of, hey, just keep getting me the football?
It actually is probably a two-way conversation because he wants to keep getting him the football because he's seeing the payoff. Getting the ball to that guy means yardage, and as we've seen, touchdowns in this game. So I think both of them get more and more excited about the possibilities as things continue on.
Yeah, so far it's been over 100 yards and the 2 scores. They go play action here on 1st down. Try to lay one up deep, and that's caught inside the 35. That one goes for 30 yards.
Offense just continues to reign supreme. Big plays, both sides, back and forth. Tough to keep track of.
It certainly is, and I'm over here just marveling at what I'm seeing. It's tough for you, though. You've got to call all these big plays and have all this emotion each time they go at each other.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Here's Mayfield. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Gostkowski's kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now the Bears down by 6, and time, a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on 1st down. Now a 1st down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another run with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That's complete to Sharp. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
They'll run. It's Sanders. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
From the red zone now, Vick. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete to Sharp. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
56, Mike, 56.
Now Michael Vick. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Myles Garrett in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Get away with it. Oh! Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Hey, box drop.
3 is the Mike. 53 is the Mike. He's tired of reading. He's tired of looking.
Get it.
On 4th down, Vick, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett, and this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Cleveland offense ready to go, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was Baker Mayfield who led the way. The #1 pick in 2018, he showed why he was so coveted.
And it was interesting because you remember headed into the draft in 2018, the projections on where Baker Mayfield was going to go, it varied. But rarely did anyone suggest he would go #1 overall. And he did, showed exactly why. It's not just how he plays. It's not just his arm and his vision. It's the leadership. It's the toughness, it's the moxie that he exhibits, and his teammates just feed off of it.
So for the Browns, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile,
ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where